The brand new COD mobile update just came out the other day. We got an awesome winter theme, some new weapons, and most importantly, the zombies game mode. Now, I am a huge fan of zombies. I've been playing Call of Duty Zombies on the console for the last 8 years. Since I was like 12 years old, I was playing Black Ops 1 Zombies, World at War Zombies, and now fast forward to 2019, I am 20 years old, and now I'm playing zombies on my iPhone. I never thought this day would come, but it's pretty awesome to see how far zombies has come. So in today's video, I'm gonna be going over 15 zombies tips to turn you from a noob into a pro. By utilizing these tips, not only are you going to survive longer, you can also be the best person out of all of your friend group, and they'll be wondering like, dude, how the hell did you get so good at zombies? And then you're like, well, I just watched Eclihpse. So before we fully get on with the list, if you learned anything new in this video, leave a like down below. If you're not subbed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscription button and remember to turn on notifications to never miss an upload. I have so many zombie videos planned, so this is just the first of many. With that being said though, let's get started. So the first tip is actually coming to before we even get into a game. When you're at the main menu, go on over to your weapons, and for every single weapon you see right here, you want to hit the edit button and you want to select the rarest variant you have unlocked. Because if you click this little arrow, it's going to tell you that the higher the rarity, the more damage your gun is going to do. So if you have an uncommon weapon, which is a green rarity, that's going to give you plus 10% zombie damage. But if you have a legendary unlock, that'll give you 30% weapon damage. So go through all of your weapons and make sure you have the rarest variant selected. And when it comes to the attachments, you don't really need useless attachments. So what I mean by useless is you might not need the tactical scope on like an assault rifle, because all of your engagements are going to be close range. And when it comes to the other attachments, you won't really need a suppressor because you don't have to stay off the radar. So try to focus on things that'll benefit you. Some important attachments may be the extended mag, maybe the foregrip to get some headshots, maybe the FMJ to shred through more zombies. There's a lot of useful attachments and a lot of things that might not be useful at all. So go through all of your weapons, change the starting pistol, your starting knife, pretty much make sure you have everything fully modified before you start in a game. Now moving on to tip number 2, this is going to be to use your knife in the early rounds. Whenever it's round 1, it's like a 1-hit kill knife. When round 2 comes, I believe it's a 2-hit kill knife. When round 3 comes, it's like a 3-hit kill knife. So your knife is extremely effective in the early rounds, and it can help you save some ammo, because if you knife all the zombies on round 1, that means you didn't use any of your pistol ammo and you can save that ammo for later rounds. It may not be extremely effective, but it will give you some extra points to progress through those rounds. Moving on to tip number 3, make sure you aim for the zombie's head. Headshots are extremely important. The further you get in zombies, you're gonna start realizing like, dude, why the hell are these zombies so strong? You can spray an entire clip in like the body of a zombie and it won't kill them, and it is extremely frustrating. So if you want to make sure that you are the most efficient with your ammo, aim for the zombie's head. That is going to eliminate the zombie super fast, and it's going to save you ammo in the long run. Moving on to tip number 4, this is going to be to train the zombies. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the word training, it's essentially when you group up all of the zombies and you run with them in a big line. So in this gameplay here, I have like all of the zombies spawn just right behind me, and then I take my time and slowly shoot them. I'll spray a clip, reload, I'll spray another clip, reload again, and I just keep on running around with the zombies. And even when the mini bosses spawn in, you can still train them. Like there's times where Brutus is doing a full crazy man sprint at me and I'm just casually running. There's been other times where the electric dude spawns and I just kind of keep on running. So you can train the zombies pretty easily, especially on those early rounds. So if you're trying to conserve ammo or maybe just play it safe, training is definitely a good option. And moving on to tip number 5, this is going to be to run around with your knife out. If you're trying to train zombies, moving faster than the zombie is extremely important. So if you're just trying to gather them up, pull your knife out, it's gonna let you run faster than the zombies and group them up a little bit easier. And if you're just trying to run super far across the map, maybe you have to go to the box, pull your knife out, because when your knife is out, you run extremely fast. And in a game mode like zombies, to where you have to keep your distance from the enemy, movement speed is extremely important. Moving on to tip number 6, this is to utilize the trap. So on Shinonuma, there's this awesome flogger trap. I think it's called the Frogger trap or flogger trap. It's something. We'll just call it the spinny trap for today's video. So this spinny trap right here, one hit kills all of the zombies and the mini bosses that spawn. So if it's a regular zombie, it'll kill it. If it's something like Brutus, it'll kill it. If it's an attack dog, it'll kill it. This trap is super effective. And in this particular gameplay, my strategy was to train the zombies up, activate the trap, have the trap kill all of the zombies, and then I would shoot the remaining zombies with my weapon. The trap is super good, so I totally recommend you take advantage of it. There is a bit of like a cooldown delay, so that means whenever you use the trap once, you have to wait like a minute until you can use it again. So I recommend you use it whenever it's available. It's definitely gonna help you out, and since it one-hit kills all the zombies, including the mini bosses, that can make your life tremendously easier. Tip number 7 is to buy the perks. This one seems pretty basic, but there's a few perk machines on the map Shinonuma. So the first one is Quick Revive. This is just in the spawning room. And then once you go down the stairs, there's 4 doors you can buy. And in each of those locations, there's going to be another perk. So there's 5 perks total in the map. But then there's a secret 6th perk, which requires you to build the elevator and go down to an underground lab. So I'll be discussing this underground laboratory near the end of the video. But make sure you buy your perks. They all have very important uses. Juggernaut gives you more health, Double Tap gives you better fire rate, Quick Revive lets you revive quicker, Electric Cherry electrocutes zombies whenever you reload, and Deadshot Daiquiri aims to the zombie's head every time you zoom in. Moving on to tip number 8, this is going to be to buy the coins. So if you go to this coin machine, there's going to be 2 categories. We have the red tier, which is going to make all of your weapons stronger and kind of make you do more damage, and then we have the blue tier, which is more defensive, and all of the blue tier coins tend to have cooldowns. Now when I was playing zombies, I found it really hard to read all of these because there's usually one zombie behind you and you don't ever have enough time to read through all of the abilities and see what they do. So first off, we have Rapid Reload. This gives you a 10% reload speed bonus, and whenever you're fully reloaded, it's going to give you a 10% headshot damage boost as well. Attack Weakness is going to increase your damage dealt by 10%. We have Up and Up, which is going to give you 6% more damage after killing an enemy, and it can stack 3 times, meaning if you kill 3 enemies very closely, that will be 24% more damage. Moving on to the more defensive ones, we have Staggers, which is whenever you attack, it's going to stagger all of the enemies out within 3 meters for half a second, and this has a 45-second cooldown. After that, we have Escapist, and this is whenever you're attacked, your movement speed will increase by 1% for 1 second, and this has a 20-second cooldown. And then the final coin we have is Breakthrough, which is going to increase your health by 10%. Now in game, you can buy 3 coins at a time. So the 3 I recommend is, first off, go through Breakthrough to get yourself more hit points, go for Attack Weakness to give yourself 10% more damage, and in terms of your 3rd coin, I would recommend Rapid Reload or Up and Up. Now moving on to tip number 9, this is going to be to buy your buffs. So buffs are the other machine on the map. There's 4 that I know of at the moment. There could be more, but I'll just go over the 4 that I know. So first off, we have one that increased our critical hits. This is pretty much a damage booster. We have another one that increases our reload speed whenever we're reloading from an empty magazine. We have a 3rd one that makes us go invisible for a period of time, and then the final one that I know of stuns all of the zombies within a 2-meter radius for 2 seconds. So you can buy multiple of these throughout the game, and I definitely recommend you take advantage of them because they're all pretty damn helpful. So moving on to tip number 10, this is going to be buying ammo off the wall. Whenever I play zombies, I usually have one weapon from the box, and then I have one weapon off the wall. Having a wall weapon is super important because if you need ammo and it's hectic, it's not like you can go hit another box. Like if there's a lot of zombies by you, hitting a box isn't really possible. But if you have a wall weapon, you can just go over to wherever that weapon is, refill your ammo, and continue killing zombies. Moving on over to tip number 11, this is going to be using the trip mine. So this is another wall buy. The trip mine is just on this wall next to the trap. You throw it down, it recharges over a period of time, you throw it down again, and it does really good explosive damage. So whenever your trip mine's ready, I recommend you just throw it down. In the gameplay, you see me training, I use the trip mine a lot, and it does really good damage. So if you're taking full advantage of the trap, of the trip mine, and going for those headshots, it's just gonna make your overall gameplay a lot more smooth. And moving on over to tip number 12, this is going to be to take advantage of the mystery box. I said I like to have one wall weapon, and the other gun I have is from the box. So a few good guns you can get from the box. The first one is the ray gun. I'm still trying to debate if this is like a really good gun on COD Mobile, because the ray gun is quite popular on console Call of Duties, but I feel like the zombies on COD Mobile just have a crazy amount of health. So the ray gun is pretty good, but I don't know if it's the best. And if you're looking at the loadout creator, there's actually 2 wonder weapons. I don't know if these are like crazy overpowered or what. I don't currently have them unlocked. I think the next video I post is going to be a gemming video, so hopefully I can get one of these wonder weapons soon and give those a shot. Moving on to tip number 13, this is going to be a tip to always find the mystery box. Since we're going to be hitting the box a lot and trying to get the ray gun and other good guns, you're going to notice that it switches locations quite often. And if you want to find the box very easily, just look up into the sky and try to find where a straight white line is shining down. Wherever the box is, it's going to be projecting a big shrine in the air. So just look up, find that light, and that will be where the box is. Tip number 14 is to find the secret underground lab. So just head down these stairs, and when you're on the underground portion of the map, look all around on the tables in here, and you're going to find 2 parts. So once you find both of the parts, head back up into the spawn room, and you're going to notice that there's this elevator right here. And when you have 2 of the parts, you can repair the elevator and actually go down to the underground lab. And when you're in this room, you're going to notice that there's the final perk machine, so be sure to grab that. But you're also going to notice a bunch of vines on the ground, and if you shoot all of those, it's going to drop a max ammo. And this ties on over to tip number 15, and this is to reload all of your weapons before getting a max ammo. A max ammo is going to give you full ammo, but it won't actually refill the ammo in your magazine. So be sure you reload that. And one more tip before picking up a max ammo, shoot a bunch of your bullets. Just go crazy, spray around, because since a max ammo is going to give you full ammo, you might as well waste a bunch of bullets before picking it up. So feel free to shoot some zombies, reload, and then pick it up before it disappears. Now that was the final and 15th tip for today's video. If you learned something new, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to turn on post notifications to never miss an upload. Guys, this has been Eclipse. Thank you for watching today's video, and peace out.